Okay, so who knows which event we want to talk about first?
Sure.
Yes, go Aiden.
The hero's adventure to find the golden fleece.
Okay, so if we're going to start with Jason's hero's adventure, but why is he going on that adventure?
I can't remember why.
Pat. He wasn't ordered to go by someone, but he was given a particular decision to make. Nick?
His half uncle was took the throne from his father.
Yes.
And then when Jason returned back, his uncle said that you can have the throne.
Yes.
But you've got to get the golden fleece.
Excellent. So, Jason's father was the king. Jason's father's half brother, so Jason's half uncle, killed the father, would have killed Jason, except Jason left, escaped, and Jason's half uncle took the throne and was king. Jason returned when he'd come of age, so when he was older, when he was old enough to say, "Give me my throne back," the uncle said, "Sure, I will do that. I have no problem with giving you your throne back. All you have to do is get me the golden fleece." Except that's not as easy as it sounds to do. Who had the golden fleece?
Was it
Medea's dad had the golden fleece, and was it just sitting on the side of the bed? It was guarded by a dragon. Okay? And Jason had many tasks to do to try and get to this golden fleece. He wasn't doing particularly well with them, and he needed Medea's help to actually succeed in this task, because she had the witchcraft, she had the knowledge of poisons, the knowledge of spells, all this knowledge to get to the golden fleece.
And she was willing to do so because she fell in love with Jason.
Yes, she was willing to do so because she fell in love with Jason, but why did she fall in love with Jason? Yes.
She was cursed by Aphrodite.
We could say cursed, we could say forced, whatever we're going to say, but Aphrodite had something to do with it. Yes? Yes.
when I was doing the summary,
Yeah.
it said it wasn't Aphrodite, it was Eros.
That's actually the little Cupid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
He was
yeah.
working independently or something. I don't know.
Yes. I don't think he was necessarily working because when I've done my research, and I know that he does the arrow shooting, but Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and he's sort of her minion, I suppose. And she felt sorry for Jason, so wanted this to occur, because she saw Jason not succeeding. People at the back who should be listening, because they were struggling. Hello. And so she made Medea fall in love with Jason. When she's in love with Jason now, she's happy to help Jason. What is the impact of her helping Jason apart from him getting the golden fleece? No, the impact. So not about who's killing and whatever. So who gets upset by this? She has betrayed her father. Because her father had the golden fleece, she's essentially helped some other person to get the golden fleece. Yes? Golden fleece was special. So, they've got the golden fleece. They're wanting to get it back. They're cross with her because she's betrayed them. This is her family. They're cross with Jason because he's gone and got the golden fleece and was successful. She does what? She's trying to run away. They're escaping. They're trying to run away.
She plans to kill her brother and scatter his remains across the sea, so
Yeah.
to distract his
Yes.
father.
Yes. So, killing of her brother and cutting up his body into pieces and dropping them into the sea to slow her father down, because she knows he will collect the body pieces, the parts, for a proper burial. Because their belief is you can't have an element of the body missing when it's buried. So he was distracted. He couldn't chase her anymore because he needed to collect the body parts. That gave Jason and Medea plenty of time to go and escape.
Seek refuge at Corinth.
Well, before they went to Corinth, because remember, why was he looking for the golden fleece? To get his own throne back. So what did he do? He went back and said, what do you think he said? Let's guess, what did he say? I want my throne back. I've got the golden fleece. They can have the throne back. What did his uncle Peleus expect to have occurred? Him dying. Suddenly he's there, and so now he just goes, actually, no. So then, what happens?
MEDEA persuades Velas's daughter to kill him.
Yes, but why?
As revenge.
As revenge, yep. And how does she persuade? Can you tell us this story?
Yes.
She convinces them that if they cut him up and put him in like some sort of situation, it'll make him young and healthy.
Yes. So she convinces Peleus's daughters, Jason's cousins, that if they kill their father and have his body parts sort of marinating, he will be rejuvenated. She proved this by using some other animals, and then she did some magic, and then obviously it didn't work for him, and he was actually killed by his own daughters because they were silly enough to believe MEDEA. So then they are driven out of that land too. They have no lands to go to. They are both exiles. They are both have nowhere to go. So they then go to Corinth. Why are they received? Why are they there? Yes.
Jason's like a hero.
Because Jason's a hero. He's been on this quest. He's got the golden fleece. He's a hero.
Do they know that he killed his uncle?
Well, he didn't kill the uncle.
Do they know that he was like associated with it?
Yes, but who was to blame for that?
MEDEA, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that
they don't care about just saying.
No, he's innocent in this whole thing. Yes.
Because he's a man, not to mention.
Yes. So it was her doing that did this. Yes.
And as her husband, he will reign her in. Her
Yes. But they're accepting because of the hero, but they're nervous about her. They're scared of her. They see her as a barbarian, a witch barbarian. Anyway, they're married. They've got 2 children. The agreement is that he will do what for her? What's the oath that he's made to her?
It's not marriage, is it?
It is the marriage. It is the marriage to look after her, to be married, to be together, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Why doesn't he continue with that marriage? He's found a new fling. Anything else we can say? Yes.
I want to like have like a big king and prince, so that when they go to the new land, for the daughter of the king there,
Yes.
was single, and then he said if he marries her, he
Yes.
becomes a king.
So he's looking for status. He's looking for improved prospects politically with his citizenship as well. He wasn't necessarily a citizen of Corinth because he wasn't born there. His children couldn't be. He was looking for this status. What does Creon get out of this situation?
The golden fleece?
Or his the princess's dad? The fact that his daughter is marrying a hero? Okay, yep.
I'm like, that's it.
Yeah. It's really high level. Okay? MEDEA, so now we're almost to the start of the play. Yes? Almost.
So,
They're married, he's left MEDEA. What she says, that's fine, see you later. Just send me some checks every month. Well, how is she feeling about this situation now? She's mad. She's feeling betrayed. She's really angry. She's furious. She possibly yells and screams about and says death will come to certain people. Yes?
She also says that he should have gotten her consent for this.
He should have, yes. He should have involved her in this, whatever. Yep, okay. And then, Maylene, can you please move over here? Quick. Then what does Creon decide to do when he's hearing her say all this stuff? He's going to exile her. He's going to get rid of her because she's just dangerous.
and he's afraid.
He's very afraid of her. He knows what she's capable of. He doesn't trust her. He thinks she's going to do something. She actually is planning to do something, but she hasn't got the means to do it yet. So she's like, if only I had the means to do this, then I could do it. But I don't have the means, so now I'm stuck. I will have to be exiled. She's got nowhere to go. Can she go back home?
No.
No. Can she go? Can she take her children to their ancestral home? Their father's home? No. She's got nowhere to go. Massive problem. So she's ranting, ranting, ranting. We hear that now at the beginning of the play. The nurse says, I'm really worried about her. I'm worried about the children. I'm worried what she's going to do. She actually is quite bonkers. She's going to go off tap and do something. She's worried. Yes? We're at the start of the play now. Jason turns up and says, why are you still sooking? Get over it. She screams at him and says everything about him. Yes? He's deceitful. He's this. He's an a-hole. She hates him. He's done everything wrong. Yep. He says to her, you're right, or he says what?
You're wrong, I did this for you.
Well, not even that, you're wrong, and I can do whatever I like, and it's actually your fault that all this is happening. It's your fault, it's you being exiled. It's your fault that anything's happened to you. If you just had shut up and kept your mouth shut like you were supposed to, you could have been fine. But instead you decided to rant and rave and go on, and everyone knows that you're a scary woman, and now you've proven it. So if you just had shut up like you were supposed to, it would have been fine.
It also says that like she could have gotten all these benefits from.
Yes. Yeah. And the only one to blame for the situation she's in, according to him, is her. Okay? Then he leaves. She's like, I'm gonna get revenge on you all. She vows, I'm gonna get you all back. That's it. If only I get a way to get you all back, I'm gonna get you back. Aegeus is here. He finds her. He seeks her out. Says, hey, my wife and I can't have kids. I need some help. I've heard you're good with potions and things. She sees an opportunity. What's the opportunity?
If I bear his children, he will.
Yeah, or if I help him, it's about this idea of I'm going to give him something so he will owe me, and we have this relationship of reciprocity. So we have a relationship where we are giving and taking for each other. Yes?
Is that Jason?
No, this is Aegeus. Okay, so she says, well, if I happen to turn up on your doorstep, will you house me? Not, I have been exiled, I'm coming tomorrow. If she said, I've been exiled, I'm coming tomorrow, he would have said, I'm sorry, I can't help you, because he had made oaths to Creon to not house his enemies and whatever, yes?
But doesn't he say that, like, you'll become as innocent and no one will touch you, kind of?
Yes, he does. So he offers her protection, but if he didn't know that she'd been exiled. And he wouldn't have offered that if he'd known. So she kept that quiet. And she was all like, just yeah, if I happened to turn up, if I'd sort of run away and turned up there, would you look after me? And he's like, yeah, I'll look after you. No one. And then she's like, yeah, well, now that I've got this, yeah, and I can help you have children. So they both had made an oath, they'd made an agreement. But he's been tricked because he didn't realise that she'd been exiled. But at the end of the day, he'd made an oath to her, she's made an oath to him. He is, in this play, one of the men who does not betray his oaths. All the others do. Okay, but he is one who doesn't. So that once that's happened, she's now got the opportunity to actually put in place the rest of her plans, yeah? And that's really important to her. She's really excited about that. Jason comes back, how does she act?
She asks for forgiveness.
Yes. Now, she's acting in a contrite manner, but she's faking it. She's like, oh, Jason, I'm so sorry. I really did have big mouth. I've learnt my lesson. I'm a good woman now. I didn't mean to. But after you told me off, I really realised I was just going off and I really shouldn't have. And he stopped himself. He's like, yep, reined this woman in. I've fixed her right up. I told her to shut up and she's finally shut up. Yes, I'm the man. And she's to herself going, ha ha ha, you stupid man. You think you've got all this power and you don't. Serves you right, but now I can trick you. Okay? So she does that to pretty much beg for this extra day. She's already asked Creon for an extra day, yes. Now she's begging that Jason get the princess to accept the children, to look after the children. She only wants to do that so she can send these presents over there. He accepts, he's so up himself, he accepts that, yes, I'll do this, I'll do this. The presents go over to the princess. They are poisoned. Why does she put them on?
Arrogant.
Arrogant. She sees these heirlooms from the sun god and she's like, yep, I can have that. They're mine now. Yep, I deserve this. And put them on and she's poisoned. Burns away. Creon also catches it. Tries to touch her, tries to fix it. Yep, okay. The messenger comes back. The children are back. You know, this is terrible. The children are now going to be killed. But we already knew she was planning to kill them anyway. And then she has this wrestling match with herself. Should I kill them? Should I not? Yes. And in the end, she's like, no, I'm killing them. I vowed to do this. This is the only way. I'm going ahead with what I promised. And I'm going to kill them. She starts to try and kill them. She's chasing around the house. The children are saying, please, Mum, please, don't kill me. You're so scared. You're scaring me, Mum. Why have you got a knife? Mum, Mum. She kills them. The chorus is outside. Should we go in and stop this? No, we can't get in there. We can't. We can't do it. Oh, ooh, they're dead now. Okay. Jason turns up, ranting, angry. She is firm. She's like, nah, serves you right. Your fault. Okay. She is now rising above everybody. She's in the chariot. She's about to make her escape. She has been provided this chariot by the gods, by her grandfather. She's got the bodies of her children in there. Jason is begging for something. What is he begging? To hold his children. Please let me have one last touch of my children. This is the time when the children now are no longer possessions. He realizes he actually loved them. They are human beings. He craves their touch. He loves them. He actually wants to be with them. He has been ruined. But off she goes and flies away. The audience is devastated by this. They've gone to see this play hoping for a cathartic experience, a catharsis, which is where you release all your emotions and you feel better. You know when sometimes you're so angry or so upset, then you just have a good cry and you actually feel okay? It doesn't solve any of the problems, but you're like, got that out and now I actually feel like I'm alright. You've just had a big, massive wail or a big cry. And sometimes, if you are not a crier or you're not an emotional person and you can't make it happen, you go, I might just watch The Notebook. And that's going to make me cry. Or I'm just going to watch this. And you sit there and you're bawling your eyes out and you've had a good cry. And then you actually feel you feel better for some reason, yes? But they don't feel better after this because they're actually now wrestling with themselves. Why'd she get away with it? She shouldn't have gone with it. She's a woman and she wasn't doing the right thing and she murdered and she did this, but then the God saved her and what's being... No, there's too much conflict inside me now to cope with what's actually... You can't cope with this. Okay, there's too much conflict. So that's that whole thing there. Now how did those events before the play impact on the events in the play? Like, why did those events in the play really occur? So the nurse said at the beginning in a prologue, I wish such and such and such and such didn't ever happen. What does she wish never happened? Yeah.
Was it the day to fall in love with Jason?
Yeah, but even before falling in love with Jason, I wish something never... Look at those first couple of lines. I wish the something never... Look for those words.
If only it had never gone to the land of...
Colchis?
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah, if only the ship Argo, if only it had never gone to Colchis. So if only Jason had never gone on his quest.
Basically, God is example.
Okay, yeah. If only Jason never gone on the quest, if only she didn't fall in love with me, if only the vows weren't made, if only they weren't married, if only the children, if none of this would have occurred, we wouldn't be where we are now. I would be home with my mistress in Colchis and we would all be fine. We wouldn't have this problem if only it didn't occur, okay? But it had occurred, and what had occurred? The vows had been made. But not even just the marriage, but the fact that she helped him, and because in helping him she'd essentially denied herself her home forevermore, he was required to look after her. but now he didn't. Okay? When he was trying to tell her it's her own fault, and if she was only just quiet earlier on, he was even saying to her, if you were quiet, we could have lived here quietly forever, and I would have had, we would have had the citizenship, but you would just would have been my mistress in the back room. You could have just had that. Why couldn't you be accepting that? And she's like, oh, hell no. I'm not sharing you. This is not a sharing thing. Okay? But he was like, no, you should just accept it. So he was really morally, we call him morally repugnant. He wanted to have his cake and to eat lots of other cakes as well. Okay? Not just to have his own one cake and eat it, he wanted more cake.
I was going to say, you mucked up the same, but then you...
Yeah,
okay.
he wanted more cake. Alright? And why is the princess and Creon also in her acts of vengeance? What have they done wrong?
Well, they didn't stop Jason.
No, they didn't stop. They happily helped him ruin everyone's lives. Because they didn't care because she was a nothing.
Did they know that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone did when...
Yeah, everyone knew she was married. They're like, but who cares about her? She's a barbarian. She's a nothing. It doesn't matter. Here, just have a better wife because your old wife is a dodgy wife. Get rid of her. Doesn't matter about her. Okay? And then he's pretending that he really does love her, but she can be his mistress just a bit on the side now.
Because if the goddess Athena or whatever really did have something to play, it would mean that
Aphrodite, yeah.
Say something different. It would mean that Jason really did love
Yes.
Medea. So, I mean, even though his ideas were really mucked up and his actions he shouldn't have done, it really does mean that everything he did was for Medea.
Yeah, in that particular time, but then he's still ruled by society now. He knew he can get away with things now because he's a man. He can do certain things.
So he does or does not love Medea?
Not anymore, no.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I don't even know if that, because in the book in the play he does say that her love for him wasn't real. That it was only inspired by.
Yeah, he doesn't trust it either.
Oh, okay.
They're done. This is like one of those marriages where they actually really was intensely passionate and heavily romantic and very, very physical for those first couple of years, and then because they were so passionate and so physical that their actual hatred is just as intense. They're so into each other and then they're so not into each other at all. It's not that they've not grown apart, they actually are too much together and then like so volatile they're exploding now.